Okay, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the BAPA, Blackball Australia Pool Association IPA World League 2023 Australia Amateur Grand Final between Steve Halliday and Dixon. Players are just getting ready. They're about to do the lag. Dixon, originally from England, and Steve Halliday, originally from Australia. Players just taking some photos just before the start of the match. Road to the final for both players. Both players seem to have had quite a reasonable run, not too many problems. Steve did have a tricky round in round 4 versus Jamie Keane, eventually getting over the line 7-6. But Temujin, on the other hand, he's just dominated. Round 1, round 2, round 3, round 4. It's been 7-0, 7-2, 7-1, 7-1. So players are just finalising their preparations. Referee just advising both players of a couple of rules there. Both players are ready to go with the lag. Nearest ball towards the top cushion wins, and Temujin has won the lag, and he's decided to break. This is the grand final of the Amateur Open. It is race to 8 frames. It is alternating break. Who's this guy? Chase. Referee today will be Chase Daly. So we thank Chase for his great refereeing during the tournament. Here we go. Try break from Temujin. Table is open. So the first frame is looking to be a little scrappy, but Steve will be hoping to pot the red. So red ball's in play. It'll be interesting to see if he decides to open up this cluster of reds. He's kicked out the black. Nice shot there by Steve. Slightly awkward hand queuing. Now these tables all weekend have been playing really quick. They're super fast. So I expect him to come pretty close. Nice shot there by Steve. Temujin is on the yellow balls. Attempts the snooker. Steve electing to play down the table. That's a nice shot there by Steve. That's a great shot by Temujin. He's kicked out the red and taken control of that corner pocket. So this first frame is looking a little bit scrappy. Definitely a tactical frame. It'll be interesting to see how things pan out. It's a nice pot there by Steve. Got several options here. He can decide to pot the red over the corner pocket, or he can elect to play another safety shot, possibly open up the cluster a little bit, cluster of balls. Looks like he's going to possibly kick out from behind. No, he's changed his mind. He's elected another safety shot. Yeah, it's a good shot. Good result. And that's a nice shot there by Temujin. I believe that's a total snooker. Steve is in a little bit of trouble here. This one is quite tricky. Wow, that's a pretty good shot, but it is a foul. So Tem comes to the table with two options. He can elect to play free ball, or he can take ball in hand and then play free ball again. So he's electing to play from where the white ball is finished. I'm assuming we'll see another snooker pretty soon. It's a good shot there by Tem. So another total snooker there for Steve Halliday. And once again, he's in a little bit of trouble. There aren't really too many options here. He must make an attempt. Blackball rules state that a player must make a reasonable attempt to hit their own ball. Steve's playing off three cushions. And that's a great shot there by Steve. Terrific shot there. Oh, well, sorry, my mistake. That was a foul. So Tim has requested ball in hand. Oh, okay. I believe the previous foul, Steve Halliday possibly did not call it total snooker, and that's why it was a foul. And nice shot there by Tim. And Steve's called a total snooker. So once the white ball makes contact with the red ball, the red or the white don't need to hit a rail or cushion afterwards. So once again he'll try to come off 2 or 3 rails. Nice try, but it's a foul. Once again, Temujin has the option of playing from where the white ball, the cue ball has landed. He's elected ball in hand. But Tim's decided to kick out the red. Yeah, nice shot there by Tim. He's got a few different options here. He can play the yellow in the middle, or he can elect to play another snooker. But Tim's normally an attacking player, so I'm assuming he might pot a couple of more balls and then maybe lay another snooker. I don't think he's planning to go frame from here. And that's another total snooker there for Steve Halliday. Once again, it's a tricky snooker, and Steve must make an attempt to hit his red. So he's attempting to go off the one cushion with loads of right hand spin. He should get pretty close here. No, he's missed that one by a mile. That's a foul shot. Ball in hand to Temujin Dixon. One visit remaining. I cannot see Tim faltering from this position. All the balls are nice and open. And a nice shot there by Tim. He may elect to slightly follow through the yellow in the middle. And now he'll play the yellow in the corner pocket. A slight stun shot will leave an easy black in the opposite corner pocket. And there we have it. Tim takes the first frame. Tim leads 1-0.
Yeah, you got it. Sorry.
Bit of a scrappy opening frame there. Bit of a tactical battle. I don't think Tim or Steve had played on this table all weekend. So that could be possibly adjusting to the conditions of the table, but the table seems to be playing quite quick, quite true. Steve to break, trailing 1 frame to 0. That's a big break by Steve. That's a great break. He has potted a yellow ball. That's a huge break there by Steve. Table is open. I think reds look the balls to go on. That would be my preference. That's a nice pot there by Steve. He has killed the black, but the balls seem relatively okay. I don't think there is one red kind of tied up in the side cushion there with the yellow, but he may elect to play that right now. He's played the double. That's okay. He hasn't really left Tem with too many options other than possibly the yellow in the middle. That's a nice shot there by Tem. I think Tem's a naturally attacking player, so it's a nice double there, nice bank shot. So I think he's made up his mind where he's going to go the possible out. Nice shot there by Tem. He could elect to try to possibly kick the black off the cushion. No. That's a great shot there by Tem. So Tem will roll this in the corner pocket. That's a nice shot there by Tem. And should leave a fairly easy black for the opposite corner pocket. And there we have it. It's Tem leading 2 frames to 0 against Steve Halliday. Okay, Tem to break, leading 2 frames to 0. That's a big break there by Tem. Balls have been potted. Yellows look quite nice, with the exception of possibly 1. So he's straight on the attack. Decides to open that up. That's a great shot there by Tem. So now that's opened up all his yellows. It's a nice pot there by Tem. That's another nice pot there by Tem. I don't see too many issues here. His really only issue could be his final yellow, top of the table. He's hoping not to get snookered, but that will be his final ball. Yellow, top of the table, behind the red. That's a nice kiss on the red. Is he snookered? I think he's just overran that a little. It's pretty close. It's a little bit hard to tell. I think he should be okay. No, he is snookered. So he'll be kicking off the cushion. That's okay by Tem. Steve has a few options here. He could elect to play the red cut in the middle pocket. And that's a good shot there by Steve. He's tied up the black. Steve looking to clear that red on the cushion there. He'd possibly go for the double. He's gone for the double and he's missed a double. So Tem now comes to the table with a couple of decisions to make. Does he try to be confident and go for the frame, or does he play a tactical safety shot? It's a nice leave there by Tem. So Steve has missed the pot in the middle pocket, but I believe he's left a snooker. It does look like a total snooker. It's a good shot there by Tem. Steve looks like he's cutting the red to the middle pocket. It's a nice pot there by Steve.
This is type 2, isn't it?
He has a couple of options here. He'll most likely play the red to the top right or to the top left. That's a good pot there by Steve. He should be looking to play another snooker here, possibly behind the black. That would be my preference. If he can place that white ball behind the black, he'll leave Tem in all sorts of trouble. So he's not playing the shot that I suggested. He's gone the cross double. So Tem decides to run the yellow to the top right. That's a good shot there by Tem. once again, Steve has a couple of options here. He could elect to play the red to the bottom left and try to make something happen. Well, he needs to make something happen, I think. Yeah, unfortunately, he's kind of landed in no man's land. He's electing to play across the table off the cushion. Let's say foul shot. So Steve made contact with the red, but no ball made contact with the cushion afterwards, so that is a foul. Tim has elected ball in hand, where he has one free shot. So Tim being a little patient here. That's a nice shot there by Tim. Steve seems to be in a little bit of trouble here. He could decide to play rail first off the yellow and go for the pop. That would be my preference. But I believe he's trying to play the red off the yellow to the left corner pocket. No, he's gone the double. That's a good attempt. But I can't see Tim missing from here. Nice pot there by Tim. Now this table is playing really quick, so he'll need to... This shot here looks harder than what probably appears to be. It is a delicate shot here. Just look at that white ball roll. The tricky cut here for Tim. I believe he should make it. But if he misses, he could be in trouble. He's played it confidently. That's a great shot there by Tim. Tim leads Steve Halliday 3 frames to 0. So Tim playing some great black ball. He's not really doing too many things wrong. Steve did have the upper hand in that frame, but he somehow managed to make a couple of errors which changed the tide. Steve to break. That's another big break there by Steve. Balls have been potted. Red seem to seem a little bit trickier. I think my preference may be possibly the yellows. So it seems that Steve will be taking the yellows. he's missed a pot there. So Tem comes to the table. The reds look pretty good. His obvious problem are the two reds that are side by side. It's a nice shot by Tem, though the white ball has slightly overran, as expected. This table is so quick. It's a super fine cut. And that's okay. That's an okay shot there by Tem. He's only left Steve with possibly just the one pot. So he has a pot top right corner and also a pot bottom left hand corner. That's okay. That's a nice shot there by Steve. And another nice shot there by Steve. Now will you play the cannon, the yellow on the yellow? I think that's the shot to play. That's a great shot there by Steve. I'm not too sure if that middle yellow goes in the top right corner pocket. He may elect to play that in the opposite top left corner pocket.
I didn't know if it was supposed to be each other or are we looking at houses?
So that's a nice shot there by Steve. So he'll play the right yellow top right corner pocket and he'll try to leave a slight angle, possibly even if it lands straight, that'll be fine.
Race to 8. 45-second shot clock. 15. 15 seconds.
It's a nice shot there by Steve.
Please don't touch any of the balls until I call frame.
So he has quite a simple pot here. Top left hand corner pocket. Doesn't really need to do much with the white ball.
So what is it, 60-30?
60-30. So same as...
So this black for Steve to win his first frame for the day.
Can I touch that?
You can, yes. It's in the game.
Nice shot there by Steve. Steve takes the frame and trails 1 frame to 3 against Temujin Dixon. Much needed frame there by Steve. But that was a nice pot out. So Temujin Dixon to break, leading 3-1. Race to 8. This is the BAPA IPA World League Amateur Grand Final, Australia 2023. Nice big break there by Tem. Balls have been potted. Both balls seem to look okay, both colours. I think he's electing to play the red. So no doubt Tim will be trusting in his polling abilities to possibly open up couple of balls to go for the out. Nice shot there by Tem. A bit tricky where he's landed. Slightly awkward cueing. Loads of top hand spin there. That's actually landed quite nice. So you can play the red to the bottom right and come off 2 cushions and possibly disturb some of those balls that are in his way. I think that's landed quite nice. He does have the red in the middle. Well, I think he has both reds in the middle. It's just deciding which one you'd prefer to play first. I think he's playing the red off the yellow. That's a great shot there by Tam. That was a fantastic shot there by Tam. And another great shot there by Tem. That was quite nice there by Tem. Great shooting there. Takes the frame and now leads 4 frames to 1. Race to 8.
30 seconds.
In the end, he made that look quite easy. Not bad for an amateur. Great shots there by Tem. Just the positional play was absolutely spot on. That shot there, great shot, great cannon. Steve trailing 4 frames to 1 to break. Another big break there by Steve. Balls have been potted. I think Steve may elect to go reds. He only has one real problem ball, and that's the red on the right side of the table where the yellows are. So he'll need to somehow create a plan to remove or dislodge that red. Nice shot there by Steve. Steve electing to go into those cluster of balls, and he has dislodged his red. And I don't know if that red is on in the middle pocket. It looks fairly close. Yeah, I don't think that's on. It was a very good attempt there by Steve. Unfortunately, he's committed to this out, and he'll need to keep producing some good shots here to actually complete his out. Nice pot there by Steve. So he's having another look at that red towards the middle pocket. I don't think it goes. So he's probably going to try to make something happen once again. This is really tricky. There's quite a few yellows in the path. He could elect to play a safety shot, possibly leave the white ball top of the table. That might be a better option. And that's what he's done. That's a good shot there by Steve. But I think he may be in trouble on his next visit. Tim playing the in or over, and that seems to be a total snooker, which has left Steve in a little bit of trouble. So once again, Steve needs to make contact with one of his reds, and he needs to make a legitimate attempt. This one is real tricky. He's gone down the table. That's a nice shot there by Steve. That's a fantastic shot. That's a great effort there by Steve. And that red is real close to the black. I'm not too sure if he can pot it without fouling. He'll need to be very careful. And he's missed the pot. And that's gone horribly wrong there for Steve. And now he's in all sorts of trouble. So Temujin elects to play a snooker. So once again, Steve is left with a total snooker. And he's in all sorts of bother. I just can't see any way out of this frame for Steve, unfortunately. He's gone off 2 cushions, and that is a foul. So Temujin has free ball, free shot. He can play. No, he's elected ball in hand. So Temujin possibly electing to be a little bit patient. Too sure if he's left a total snooker there, but nevertheless it's quite tricky to hit that red and not potting the yellow as well. I just can't see him getting out of this snooker without fouling. Yes, Jamo. Tem definitely likes to tie things up, and he's quite good at that. And that's a foul. So Tem has 1 free shot, 1 visit. And these yellows look quite nice. I cannot see Tem missing from here to take a 5-1 commanding lead. It seems as Tem has adjusted to the conditions of the table. He's quite quick. And and now is in full flight. Ooh, slightly out of position there, but
30 seconds.
he's got a slight wry smile on his face, but he should still be okay. And that's a nice shot there by Tim. Lands nicely for the black. So this black for a 5-1 lead. Nice work there by Tim. Tim leading, 5 frames to 1, race to 8. Attempt to break. Our referee for today, Chase Daly, doing a great job as usual. Using the smart rack, which I personally think is quite good. I've used it a couple of times during the weekend and it works quite well. Great invention, great idea. It's another big break there by Tim. And that break is dry. Balls have not been potted. Open table for Steve Halliday. Yellows would be my preference, but I don't think he has. Well, he has one yellow top right corner pocket. He's gone the double. That's a great shot there by Steve. He's taking the attacking option. He's obviously realised that he's down 1 frame to 5, so he needs to really make something happen. He just can't sit back and hope that Tim will keep missing, because that just won't happen with Tim. So, full credit. It's a fine cut in the middle. And that's a good shot though. He's landed in a little bit of bother once again.
Not on this, not on an audible one, no, but it vibrates in my head. Call it.
And he'll most likely play the yellow down the bottom left corner pocket.
Vibrator, so
Most likely be in or over.
vibrates when it's in the vibrator.
Really hard to judge the pace of this one if he slow rolls it. I don't think there's any value in potting the yellow.
The break, 1 frame all.
And it's not a very good shot there by Steve. So Tim comes to the table with all sorts of options. I think he'll be looking to attack. He's leading 5-1, so he has plenty of leeway, margin for error. This could be the shot right here where he opens up some of his reds. No, he's electing to play the red to the left corner pocket. A nice shot there by Tim. So that got a funny kick, that one, that red. This leaves Steve with a great chance to get back in the frame. Yeah, several options here. He really needs to make the most of these chances. Otherwise, Tim will just tie up the frame. A nice pot there by Steve. He's playing the yellow. No, he's kind of undecided at the moment. He's caught in two minds. So he's electing to play the bank shot, the double. This is a real attacking shot. And that's a great shot there by Steve. He has potted Thames red, but that's totally illegal shot in Blackball. Steve's gone for the bang shot, and that's that's quite a stroke of fortune there by Steve. And that's, wow, great result there for Steve. That's totally changed the tide in this frame, and I can't see Steve missing from here. Wow. So Steve black in the corner for his second frame. Wow, what a finish. Well done, Steve. Steve puts up his hand as a sign of apology. He's quite lucky there. But he did take the attacking route. So in the end, he got a bit lucky. Won the frame. Nice work there by Steve. Wow, that's so fortunate. That yellow's come off two corners. Steve should break, trailing 2 frames to 5, race to 8. Another big break there by Steve. Ball spotted. And I'd say the reds look pretty good. A couple of tricky balls, but they're definitely the option preferred. Nice pot there by Steve. So he's definitely going on the attack.
One free shot, one visit.
Hoping to clear these reds. Okay, this shot here coming up is quite crucial. He needs to land quite nice for the next red. Decides to slow roll it, and he's missed the pot, but he's covered the pocket, so not a bad result. So Tim hasn't got too too many options here other than to play a safety shot, and that's okay. So once again, Tem deciding to tie up the frame as expected. Steve electing to play the double, and that one has fallen slightly short. So Tem may elect to play the yellow in the right corner pocket. No, he's possibly going to try to force Steve into playing this bottom red. I can't see Steve potting this red. So Steve's got two decisions to make here. Does he play the safety shot or does he go the out? I think he's deciding to go the out. And that's a lucky kiss there on the yellow. So now this will be a tricky shot. I think he'll possibly play the loose red off the cushion and bounce it onto the other red and hopefully kick out the yellow. It's quite a technical shot. He'll need to hit this with pace. And he's attempted the shot, and unfortunately he's missed.
30 seconds.
So Tem is now back to the table, and he has a yellow to the right middle pocket, or a yellow to the left. That's a nice pot there by Tem. And that's a terrific shot there by Tem, opening up his yellow. So Tem has a couple of options here. Slightly awkward queuing here, hampered queuing. He needs a good pot here. Doesn't want to land straight, needs to leave a slight angle. Doesn't want to land straight, and he's landed straight. So he can play the yellow into the left corner pocket with a little pace. These pockets are quite generous if you hit them quite well. And he has followed through, and that's a nice shot there by Tem. And it's a fine cut there by Tem. So this black ball for a 6-2 lead. Race to 8th. Nice finish there by Tem. Great shooting there. Steve trailing 2 frames to 6. It might be a good idea to possibly take a comfort break. Maybe have a couple of minutes time out. But I think both players are looking to just get on with the match and get it over and done with as soon as possible. Tem looking really good here, and Tem to break, leading 6 frames to 2. It's a race to 8. A big break there by Tem. Balls have been potted. Reds look the preferred choice. It's a nice opening red there by Tem. And I don't see too many problems here. It's just about perfect. Has at least 3 options here. Anyone is fine. He's electing to play the red to the left corner pocket, and that's okay. It's landed a little awkward here. He's electing.
30 seconds.
He's asked for the spider. You need to be a little careful here so he doesn't foul. That's a nice shot there by Tem. He's slightly out of position, but I think he should be okay. He may be looking to play the next red in the left corner or left. Yeah, he's definitely going to play the red to the left corner pocket. Or he could elect to play in the middle. He seems to be playing the corner pocket. Great shot there by Tem. It's just fantastic shooting there by Tem. Takes another frame and leads 7 frames to 2. A race to 8. This is the Blackball Australia Pool Association IPA World League Amateur Grand Final for 2023. And Tem is looking pretty good. Steve to break, trailing 2 frames to 7. It's a big break there by Steve. And the yellows, possibly possibly my preference. I think the yellows look good. He's tried to play the cannon and somehow he's ricocheted off a couple of balls, and he has potted the yellow, so he's still okay.
Colby break, Colby leads 2 frames to 1.
A right smile there by the boys. They're both having a good time. Nice pot there by Steve. This next shot is quite crucial. He doesn't want to land out of position. Nice shot. Doesn't need to do too much with this white ball. Anywhere slightly back towards the middle of the table is fine. Yeah, it's fine. Needs to follow through a little. Does not want to be snookered on the black. And that's a nice shot there by Steve. Nice shot there. So this black for Steve's third frame. And that's a nice clearance there by Steve. Trailing 3 frames to 7. Race to 8. Steve got a little lucky there, but he badly needed that frame, so he's slightly back in the game, but it's going to take a lot more than that to win it from here, I'd say. Attempt to break.
Frame 11, attempt to break. Leaving 3 frames to 3.
We'll see another monster break by Tim. That's a huge break.
I'm ready.
It's a dry break. No balls have been potted. It is an open table. Both colours seem to have their pros and cons. My preference would be the red balls. You could play the yellow and the red. He's elected to play the yellow and he's missed. That was quite a loose shot there by Steve. He had other options. So Tim electing to play the reds. That's okay. It's still a little bit tricky. He may elect to play, and he's electing to play the red corner pocket.
One free shot, one visit.
Open up the red. That's a nice shot there. I think the red nearest the black, that may be his last ball. So things are looking pretty good for Tim Dixon. It's a nice pot there by Tim. He may decide to come up for the red in the corner pocket, or the red to play straight up the top left corner pocket. That's a nice shot there by Tim. Tim's only 2 balls away from claiming his inaugural amateur Blackball championship for the match. That's great shooting there by Tim, and Tim has done it. Tim's our winner. 8 frames to 3. Congratulations to Tim. Commiserations to Steve Halliday.
30 seconds.
Great performance there by Tim. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for more Blackball action.
One free shot, one visit.
in.